Sri Lanka is facing its worst economic crisis in decades. The Mahinda Rajapaksa government is struggling to pay for essential imports after a 70% drop in foreign exchange reserves over 2 years triggered a currency devaluation. Fuel is in short supply, prices of food and essential goods have increased. Protests have broken out as the government preps for talks with the International Monetary Fund (IMF) amid concerns over its ability to pay $4 billion in foreign debts this year, including a $1 billion international sovereign bond that matures in July. Reuters estimates that Sri Lanka has only $2.31 billion left in reserves. The IMF has indicated that it stands ready to help. A report released last week said that the island nation faces solvency issues due to risks from unsustainable debt levels. Sri Lanka received $787 million in pandemic support from the IMF in August. As per reports, Sri Lanka Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa will also meet with the World Bank officials next month to seek support from the agency. In May 2021, Gotabaya Rajapaksa government imposed a total ban on agrochemicals-based fertilizers, aiming to become the first country to have 100% organic farming. As per a report, by the time the ban was lifted in November 2021, the agriculture industry had lost nearly 50% of its production capacity. The crisis is widely seen as a result of mismanagement of government finances and ill-timed tax cuts, in addition to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The war in Ukraine hasn't helped either. The fuel cost has surged 40% in a week. Essentially, Sri Lanka is deeply in debt. By some estimates, it owes around 119% of its GDP, which means it has borrowed more money than it can produce via goods and services. Primary creditors include China and the Asian Development Bank. 36.4% of Sri Lanka's debt is in international sovereign bonds, with the Asian Development Bank 14.6%, Japan 10.9%, and China 10.8%. India has already extended $1 billion line of credit to help Sri Lanka buy fuel, food, and medicines. This week, Colombo sought an additional $1.5 billion, reports said. In addition, $500 million credit has been extended for a shipment of 40,000 tons of diesel to tide over the severe fuel shortage in that country. India has also extended a $400 million currency swap and deferred payment of $515.2 million to the Asian Clearing Union by 2 months. China has lent billions as a part of its Belt and Road Initiative over the past decade for infrastructure projects like ports and a coal power plant. Sri Lanka has asked China to restructure debt repayments of about $3.5 billion. People are now fleeing Sri Lanka and trying to enter India. Last week, 16 Sri Lankans, including 8 children, boarded illegal ferries to India. The crisis has spawned long queues outside fuel stations, which are now being guarded by soldiers to prevent a riot-like situation. School exams have been cancelled because of the lack of paper. Since the beginning of March, there have been 7-hour power cuts, and on 30th March, the government imposed 10-hour daily power cuts across the country. On 29th March, Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar had to step in to help a Sri Lankan hospital that has suspended surgeries due to lack of medical facilities. Since November, ratings agencies like Moody's, Fitch, and Standard & Poor's have all downgraded Sri Lanka on debt default worries. Fitch estimates that Sri Lanka will also need to arrange for $2.4 billion to help state-owned and private firms in the country honor 2022 debt obligations. These will be over and above the $4.5 billion central government debt. The country also needs around $20 billion for essential imports such as fuel, food, and intermediate goods for exports. Some experts believe that Sri Lanka should establish a 3-year repayment structure. Doing so would lessen the burden on Sri Lankan citizens.